Yo, 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 yo.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Comic Convo Express. Oh, my volume was on. I am the problem.
Yo, yo.
Yo.
Take two.
Guys, we are here with episode 3 of our 3rd season, and today, let's talk all about Spawn.
I've come to take you to hell.
I, your host, Pev Gamer. Follow me on all my social medias at Pev Gamer. I am joined by some of the best comic book nerds we have available to us. To my far left over here, you guys know him, you guys love him. You can follow him on this show, Comic Convo Express, Marvel fanboy himself. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
Same stuff, different day.
That's all we got to do.
That's
And it's
all we
early
gotta do.
morning too.
It's an early morning show.
Yeah.
Won't matter on the VOD, so we're dating this pretty early.
Oh, had your breakfast? Did you guys have your breakfast?
No, did you?
Did you
Where's
eat Spawn?
Oh, I forgot about that part.
You didn't eat the Wheaties?
No, I just had straight eggs.
Nice Spawn shirt, Pete.
That's about it good.
Opposed to gay eggs. Nice
Pause.
Oh,
Whoa.
the huevos.
Webbles.
To my immediate left, you guys know him, you guys love him. You can follow him at all his social medias at WebheadVeg. My left, what are you guys pointing at each other for?
Well, he's pointing
I know that he's a right. Black.
I definitely. How you doing, Anthony?
Oh, this is gonna be a show.
Said definitely good, right?
It's the star of the show.
And to my right, the Cosmic Kid himself.
Who's this
How
guy?
you doing, Tommy?
Welcome. Miss you guys, man.
Yeah.
Man. See you, man.
Powered
Nice to see you, bro.
activate.
CP got his Spawn shirt on. All right, guys. Good game. Let's
Hey,
go.
I thought Tom.
Hey, you're repping Todd. I ain't mad at you, man.
Yeah, you are.
Nah, man.
You know, I don't have any Spawn shirts. My bad.
Had how many weeks to prepare?
Long time. I went to the store. I was like, "Hey, you got a Spawn shirt?" It was like, "Nah."
It's medium.
It's like
What size, please?
$9.99.99. I was like, "Jeans are tight."
Oh, crap. Dude, you could have been Jack.
Well, I could have, but it was,
You've
still
been
losing the
jacked,
weight. I'm
bro.
still working on it. I can't. I'm not prepared to show my guns yet. So, pause.
Jabroni. All right, guys, let's hop right on into it. So we're going to be learning about Todd McFarlane's poster child for Image Comics, Spawn. So segment 1 is kicking off. How does Spawn differ from other heroes / other companies? What makes him stand out throughout time is basically what I want to know. So who wants to kick us off?
So I'm going to start this off. This is the basis of Spawn is a very unique character, really one of one, especially for his day. Spawn came out in 1992. Creator Todd McFarlane created everything down from the original design. He wrote for a while.
Mhm.
He had some other writers jump in and out. That's a story for later. But yes, the creator-owned series is something that really didn't start until Spawn came out. As you guys will probably talk about, Image came about as artists were like, hey, like we want to own the things we're doing. We want to make money off this, not just from our salary or whatever that. So creator-owned comics is such a big thing in Spawn and Image.
Mhm.
This is where Spawn comes from. A lot of his stuff is art driven because Todd McFarlane is an artist by the end of the day. I mean, yeah, he writes a lot and it's a mixed bag, but he is an artist and that's what he's known for.
Mhm.
So everything in Spawn is going to be really art driven. There's going to be new characters that go into dead ends, but they look cool, so they're memorable to some degree.
Yeah,
Um,
makes sense.
And then one of the big things for Spawn is it leans a lot on religious themes and uses angels and demons a lot. So like you could definitely tell when Todd was on a little of a coke bender for some of these because he's like, we're gonna make the devil and God fighting Spawn at the same time. And he's gonna go to the Garden of Eden. He's gonna eat an apple. Then he's gonna be the one and only. He's gonna be the strongest there is. And we're like, all right, Todd, fucking calm down.
That was
So, so we obviously know there's a lot of characters throughout early Marvel, later DC that have leaned on religious themes, right? So, other than obviously you get the mighty Todd McFarlane behind the series, both writing and with beautiful, beautiful art. How do you feel Spawn is a unique one-on-one character?
So it's not just an element of like, hey, Daredevil's super religious. He goes back to church and he finds himself. He sends out. It's the religion's almost like the the foreground of this, where he's
Yep.
everything Spawn's doing is directly tied to hell and angels. Which, yeah, there's gonna be characters in both DC and Marvel that's like, oh, like we gotta go fight Mephisto. It's the devil, but like you don't really see that many like fallen angels coming out being like, hey, come here. Like the closest you get is like the North's god and stuff.
So come here.
But yeah, it's very much they try to tie in street level criminals with Sam and
Elements, yeah.
Twitch to these super demons and kind of backwards angels at times.
Now, and you know what? At this point, we should just bring everybody in. You know, if you guys have pointers to make it. I think this is a good opening conversation piece. When I think of Spawn, right? If I'm thinking of characters that match and characters that differ, when I think of match, I think of characters like Ghost Rider. I think of
That was one of mine. Yeah,
yeah, that's one of yours, right?
yeah.
So, and even in art design, I see a lot of like Spider-Man. Obviously, Todd worked on Spider-Man. A lot of the art is inspired by his work on Spider-Man. I know that there's themes of like Batman with like super dark, gritty. Yep. So I see a lot of similarities, but then there's a lot of differences. Like you said, Daredevil. Daredevil's a religious character as well, but it's very much him finding God throughout his series.
Well, if I can interject
Yeah, please.
there with Daredevil, the character Matt Murdock is the Catholic religious person, and even though the costume is like it's the devil, it's just the costume itself. Where Spawn, before he became Spawn, Al
Simmons.
He was a mercenary before he became Spawn. So the religious aspect wasn't there in the beginning until after he died and became Spawn. And then the origin where he becomes Spawn itself, it's all tied into the whole religion aspect to it. So I mean that's pretty much I see the difference there.
Sure.
So
Sure.
What I got these are similar characters, and of course they differ too. I got the Punisher from Marvel. He's like Spawn. He's dark, gritty, anti-hero driven by vengeance. Difference: Punisher relies on human skill, not supernatural powers.
Right.
Then I got Witchblade from Top Cow, created by Mark Silvestri. A dark supernatural heroine with a powerful artifact. Difference: Witchblade powers are more mystical and less rooted in hell.
Right.
And then I've got Hellblazer from DC Vertical, a supernatural investigator with a moral ambiguous edge. Difference: Hellblazer focuses on magic and detective work, not vengeance. Then, of course, Ghost Rider, which you mentioned, one of my all-time favorite. He's dope. A supernatural hero with ties to hell and vengeance themes. Difference: Ghost Rider's powers are more fiery and less amount of personal tragedy. And then back to Top Cow, the Darkness. A dark supernatural anti-hero with powers tied to shadows. Difference: the Darkness has more of a family-driven narrative and different origin. But I really like the dark, gritty
The
stuff.
grittiness of him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's valid.
kind of broke it down like in his powers,
Mhm.
his weaknesses, and like his powers, it's a hellspawn necroplasm.
Yep.
You see any characters in any other universe do that? No. It's a magical substance from hell that grants him near infinite and imaginative abilities, like reality warping, shape shifting, teleportation, immense strength. And he has a living suit. It was called like K7 Letha, I think it was called.
So it's
There you go.
Things like a Venom. in a
Yeah.
sense.
It's similar to
Yeah.
Venom, but not.
That's dope.
He has more control over Venom. It's a living symbiote, so it's kind of like separate. That's what makes Spawn more unique.
I'm gonna put a quick pin in that. And one thing you did say is like he pretty much has almost any power. He quite really feels like it.
Yeah.
But one thing that does change him than like the Superman or like any like overpowered character that we see in all the other companies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Spawn, when it's not being ignored, has limits in his suit where it's
Yes.
like in the original few issues,
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
his costume used to do whatever it felt like at times.
Right.
Which is kind of a way to say that McFarlane drew the chains on him wrong sometimes. So it'd go to like the left arm, left leg, right leg. So in that aspect, it's not always one with Al Simmons.
Mhm.
And also on top of that, there's a limit to the energy and the amount of he could go to hell and back for.
Please, one more chance.
Which is a cool aspect that they sometimes ignore in Spawn. But you don't necessarily see that. Like it's not like Ghost Rider has It's like, oh, I've used my fire for too long. I'm in charge.
You guys paying to steer. I'm out. I'm not going to steer.
Just,
Like,
just like that.
that's what's really nice about Spawn is I remember the first like few issues that was huge anxiety for me, knowing that if Spawn doesn't regen the suit in some way, shape, or form, eventually the suit's power runs to zero and Alchemist's soul goes back.
Been on it. You remember that? It kept saying, I was like, damn.
I was hoping to go back.
Oh, it's Kamoka, man. Why's not going to kill his character? He's dope. He just came out.
Well, I mean, it puts the limit on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like Superman where it's like, oh, Superman died, but because of Earth's yellow sun, he can be resurrected.
It's like if you're a writer and you want to write for Superman, you want to nerf him, you don't give him the laser vision or the breath. For Spawn, it's like, hey, watch out, you're gonna fucking die soon.
Yeah.
I appreciate that more than being like, yeah, Superman just doesn't have this power right now.
And like I said, that's his powerful. That's how powerful
Yep.
he could be. But that is also his weakness because the more he uses it,
He drains.
he drains his power and his life force, and he could be gone. That's what makes him unique compared to, like you said, Superman or Ghost Rider.
Mm.
There is certain weaknesses. His is a strength and weakness at the same
But
time, and that's what makes him unique.
My hats off go to Todd McFarlane because the longest running independent book out there, other than Savage Dragon, that Eric Larson's doing. I mean, say like longevity wise, one of the longest. And right now, what's going on now? Brett Booth, one of my all time favorite artists, is drawing it now. I just do want to hit you with a couple fun facts. The first actual appearance actually came out in May 1992. Early was a book called Malibu Sun 13 that had a pin up.
I don't have it yet. It's in the
Had Spawn, and it actually predates is a few months before the actual Spawn #1 came out, which in 1992, and then which predates all of this is a comic called Rust #1, published by Adventure Comics, which becomes Malibu, and in it actually has a pinup of I was showing Pedro in the car, a pinup of Spawn. It was the cover to #2 that predates 1991, that predates all of this. So that's a little fun fact out
And
there.
it was after he left Spider-Man too.
Yes.
Between that gap before Image was formed and Spawn 1 came out. So.
Yep. But if you ever
predates it
see
all.
online, there's tons of images of him drawing like a really like a low budget Spawn looking,
Yeah.
but it's him and his wife actually wrote the stories. I don't know,
nice.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which was really really cool.
So then, and there's also another weakness he has when he's fighting like the demons in hell, and he's powerless in dead zones as well.
Oh.
So, as
Like
powerful as he
no
is.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi, you can't use his power.
We got no Wi-Fi, bro.
So, I guess strength and weaknesses of him, you compare him to any character, Marvel, DC, any,
Yeah.
and his is unique and it's one of a kind. That you look at a most powerful character like Spawn. Oh, I could have him kick everybody's ass. But there is weakness to him, and it's unique.
Yep.
It's just hard for anybody to figure out and
Shows its
except him.
flaws. Yeah,
So I kind of enjoy that about him.
that's dope.
Yeah.
I will say I do hate dead zones.
The
fucking-
do.
It's for those who read the newest Batman and Spawn crossover.
Mhm.
The only reason why Batman has a chance the entire time is because there's dead zones,
Oh,
and that's when
Oh.
Batman puts his hands in.
plot moments.
Batman
Who
King
wrote them?
prepares.
The newer ones.
I know McFarlane had a hand in it, but he had other people with him, right? And it was,
Gotcha.
it
The
was-
original one was
was,
Miller, right?
yes.
The original one was Frank Miller. Yeah, one of my all-time
It
favorite
was
crossovers.
Frank Miller and McFarlane did the original.
Yep.
And McFarlane and Greg Capullo.
Pulo
Oh,
did the newer.
And then the one in between, War Devils. Let me pull that up.
Dope part about that while he's looking that up.
Yep.
In the first trade that came out, Spawn and Batman, there's a pinup that Craig Capullo did. Do you remember that? It's a 2-page spread.
Yes.
That predates him doing the actual book, which
Yeah.
was great. Great artist, great guy too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hope he comes to
Greg
Terrificon this
Capullo
year.
is awesome.
Hopefully he comes to Terrificon this year.
Great guy.
War
Rock on,
Devils.
Greg.
Or
War Devils was Klaus Janson and
Chuck
Alan
Dick.
Grant.
Oh, Alan
Oh,
Grant.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Grant was the writer. And Bob Jansen was
It's
artist.
pretty fun crossover.
Yeah, it's still good.
well, yeah, it's definitely a good. Fun thing.
Team up right there.
Well, okay, I think we've gotten a tad off track. Let's go into. Are we good with segment one?
Yeah.
I feel like that there's.
Yeah,
Okay.
props.
So I'm not worried about props. I'm worried about who differs from Spawn and what makes him unique.
Yes, sir.
One of a kind.
Segment 2: movies, TV, video games, and toy lines. How can the character of Spawn be improved using non comic book media? I'm gonna just saying off rip, I think a new movie would be cool.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Great minds think alike.
great minds think alike.
There's supposed to be one in the works too, though.
Allegedly, yeah.
Jamie
That's
Foxx cast.
He
Todd
was
keeps
cast.
Todd gets live and he goes, "Guess what? Jamie Foxx, he's gonna do a new movie." Speaking of movies, I'll just segue right into it.
Go for it.
Spawn. The first movie was released in 1997, directed by Mark A.Z. How you pronounce his last name? DP.
That's the right.
It's DIPPE. Deppy. Stars Michael J. White as Al Simmons slash Spawn. Al Simmons, CIA agent. Great movie. If you go watch it, I mean, for its time, it was great.
Yes.
I saw an interview with Michael J. White, and he said there is a director's cut that no one's ever seen. That because the director that they got was heavily into CGI.
Sure.
So if you watch the movie, it's cape this, cape that, and you'll see all the CGI. Michael J. White was like, it took so much away from what the movie could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking on that note, it wasn't received generally. It had a lot of negative reviews when it dropped. But it was actually a box office success.
Especially in the 90s.
It made 87.9 million worldwide against a production of 40 to 45 million. A reboot is in the works. It's called King Spawn. Again, it's red tape or whatever have you. However, it's going to be released. But I think they need to do a new movie, make it more gritty, make it dark, and with the special effects now, sky's the limit, dude. I would get a good writer, I would get a good supporting cast, and the rest is it was sky's the limit, dude. And if anything, it would just elevate even more.
It would.
You know what I'm saying?
If they come
The
out with a
franchise, it would
movie,
elevate it
would
way
put
more.
Spawn back on the map. 'Cause we haven't had a movie since what, 94?
Yeah.
When the Spawn
And
movie
then
came out?
Todd owns his own toys. Dude, he could do like a movie collection.
It would be. It would
Why the hell not?
hand in hand.
Yeah,
Video
honestly.
game,
You know?
the whole team. It would just go hand in hand. I agree with
Tommy
that.
Farley Melloway.
So I don't know if this is a hot take, but I would love to see a continuation of the '90s animated series on HBO.
Yes. So I was gonna
That was my
mention
list
that.
too.
I was gonna go.
I would like to see a season 2 at least.
Yeah.
Like, almost like
Mhm.
what they do with the X-Men '97. Do a season 2 for Spawn.
Bring back that voice actor, Keith David.
Yes.
Keith David. Yeah, he nailed it, dude.
Yeah, okay. You mean a
No.
third season? There's a second season of.
Yeah,
I said third season.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's what we meant to say.
It felt that both seasons I saw them all at once. I felt like one season.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
It was great, man.
I would also like to see for a series. And this is just an idea. Maybe Tom. It's a lot cheaper for Tom McFarlane to put this off. I know he's having a hard time making that Spawn movie sequel reboot that we're waiting for. Sam and Twitch series. I just want hear me out. Sam and
would work.
Twitch get regular actors to do it on TV. Make it feel like a CSI show, but taking place in the Spawn universe. How cool would that be?
You know how they did
Get
Batman
Dick Wolf
was
to write it. The guy that does all the orders
Gotham.
and stuff.
no. That would be
Okay,
cool.
okay.
No, I was gonna say what they should do. You know how like the Batman came out obviously with Robert Patterson, and then on
Yes.
HBO Max they had the Penguin series.
Right.
They should do that. They should do Spawn as a big theatrical release,
Exactly.
and then whatever their streaming service is after Paramount buys Warner Brothers, they should do like a Sam and Twitch series on that platform that it connects.
But who owns the rights to the Spawn if they make it into a series or movie? It's not Warner Brothers, is it?
Warner Brothers.
McFarlane still, I'm pretty sure, owns the original rights.
So
Blue
McFarlane
Moons?
owns the original rights, but Warner Brothers
Blue
was the.
Moons Productions.
Are they-
I don't know
There
actually.
was the ones that did the movie.
They did the movie. Warner Brothers
Owns the
ran the animated series, so
Oh.
I don't know because they still have a license for
And
it.
heading in. Oh, so if he decided to say the movie, or let's say this idea with Sam and
Series?
Twitch as a
Yeah.
series, it would go through HBO
Not
Max.
not
or-
necessarily. Just because they have the license doesn't mean they can do anything with it. It might just be like, oh, we produced the original Spawn. We have the license to stream it. If McFarlane wants to do another deal, we can make more stuff, kind of situation. But it all depends on who the studio is behind the movie.
Hey, I have a question for you. And Sam and Twitch, does Al Simmons or Spawn make appearances? A lot.
Yeah,
of
he
okay.
shows up. It's just he's not like
The main spotlight.
Yeah,
He could,
Gotcha.
but if they did a
But
series,
it's like
they
a
could show him as
universe.
yeah.
Guess
It's
it's-
his world.
Yeah.
To be fair, everything that's talked about in this this reboot of Spawn the movie,
Yes.
they're talking about it being more of a horror movie and Spawn being the big behind the shadow, and it's supposed to follow Sam and Twitch. So
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You get to see like the tail end of the violence, and they have to figure out who did it and how to solve it.
right.
And I think that would be pretty cool for a series or a movie. And I think it'd be a lot cheaper and the special effects.
I
for
would like
Spawn.
to go see Spawn, like for example, what can I use? Killer or Killers, that movie, that anime style. I'd
Mhm.
like to see a Spawn something like that, or even
Mango.
I remember, yeah, see it off of the Japanese one and just do
Sure.
like a Spawn version. Because I mean, I remember they did a Wolverine, they did a Blade, like
Oh,
Japanese style.
anime.
And
Yeah.
do a Spawn like that.
That would
How
be
sick would that
cool.
be?
Oh my god, that would
That'd be fun.
blow up.
That would be sick.
Both Japan and America would blow up for that.
So Todd, if you're listening, man, do something.
Now,
I want these characters in limbo, man. Don't leave them in
Don't
limbo.
leave them in limbo.
Don't leave them in limbo.
Now, toy lines. I think McFarlane. He's not his fingers on the pulse on this. I think he's doing a great job on it.
Mhm.
He's expanding lately, with doing other superheroes and stuff like that. But his toy lines on Spawn, I think is perfect. If a movie comes out, he should like jump back and forth and put new sets of
Just toy
Spawn
line, yeah.
toys out, and it'll help out. Video games. Like this, I think a new and updated version of the game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that would help out.
Like an RPG or something.
Yeah, or maybe a whole newer version of the game. I
Or
don't know.
remake Armageddon from the original Xbox and PS2 era.
Because the last time he made waves, what Spawn showed up in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Spawn was in
Spawn
Mortal
was
Kombat
Lyle's
11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Speaking of toys, the toy line McFarlane has out. He has an Elite Edition,
mm,
a series of 7-inch scale figures featuring ultra articulation, accessories, focus on iconic characters from the Image universe. Spawn universe. Spawn Series 17, a line of classic Spawn comic book figures, custom decorated bases. 30th anniversary they did. Like I said, Mortal Kombat 11
Yeah.
that featured Spawn in it. And then toys, video games. Let's go to video games. Here are some notable video games. Tom McFarlane Spawn, video game from 1995, Super Nintendo. Side-scrolling brawler with you play as Spawn fighting through levels, etc. Then they did Spawn Eternal, 1997,
mm,
PlayStation and action adventure with a dark tone. Then you had Spawn, 1999, a Game Boy Color, side-scrolling action. Then you had Spawn, the Demon's Hand, 2000 Dreamcast arcade multiplayer area shooter, various game mods, blah blah blah. Then you have Spawn Armageddon 2003 PS2, Xbox, GameCube, 3D,
Yeah,
Mortal
that's a fun
Kombat
game.
11 2019,
the
and then
last.
Soul Calibur. Spawn is also a playable character.
Oh, yeah, he's on the Xbox version of Soul
Yeah.
Calibur too. That's
I
right.
worked at a video game store, Hollywood Video, and I remember seeing him on the cover, and I was like, "Yo, dude, Soul Calibur Spawn, that's dope."
Yeah, they did it. Every console had a different character.
They had like
Uh,
Yoda.
No, that's the newer ones. Soul
But
Calibur 2.
that is Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
That is yes.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 2, they did if you had it on Xbox, Spawn was your exclusive.
Yes.
If you had it on the GameCube, Link from Legend of Zelda was your exclusive.
Yes,
I forget who it was for
remember
the PS2. It was someone from Final Fantasy, I think.
Yeah.
That might
Cloud, maybe?
possibly.
It'd be dope. Show up with that big ass bronze sword.
Yeah.
Let me fact check. We're gonna fact check. Fact check. Everybody get the fact check. But yeah, I'd like to see a whole new line of Spawn toys. Why not, man? Dudes did everything from Walking Dead toys to was it sports, NFL, baseball? Guy's a
That's what I'm
genius.
saying. McFarlane's a good. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's
He's a
smart
businessman. Very, very smart
And
businessman.
at one point, he had the finger on the pulse with video games, with movie. I want one movie though, and a TV series that was phenomenal.
Yep.
And toy lines, but it's like in this world, in this day and age, decades later,
You gotta
what
evolve.
have you done for us lately? And
Yeah.
right now, he's promising a movie that we're still waiting on.
He's still pumping toys out too.
He's still pumping toys. Like I say, he's still doing great there. And
Oh.
video games needs to come out. Yes.
PS2's exclusive character for Soul Calibur 2 was Heche Mishima from Tekken.
Oh,
That's who it was.
again.
So it was Tekken, Spawn, and Legend of Zelda. And depending what
So-
console you had, that was your character.
So there's points where he could come back. It's just like right now, I think either make a movie or a series and then just surround it with the video games, the toy lines, and I guarantee you got Spawn back on the map.
That's a big budget thing, the video game
Oh yeah,
route.
yeah,
You got to
It's all
spend
big
some
budget.
money
It's
with
just
all
how you
the
do it.
production and everything.
yeah.
I would get the voice actor, Keith Davis.
Yeah,
Not from the anime.
video
Put him in a video game.
TV series, put him
Put him in a video game.
He voiced Spawn in
cartoon.
no shit. He voiced Spawn in Mortal Kombat 11. That was the last thing he did with the game. Yeah, he was also voiced in Armageddon, and I think he was voiced in one of the other ones for the
That's dope.
Dreamcast.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
So there you go.
There's one where they don't talk, and that's the one for the PS1. I know that, and obviously the
Spawn that
GameCube.
doesn't talk.
Well, they just didn't have voice actors for it, you know.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Heavy breathing.
His eyes
Basically,
glowing.
Your opponent's like, I think you're gonna kick my ass.
you're running.
Why isn't he saying anything? Say something.
I know he voiced Spawn in Soul Calibur too. I know it was Steve David. I think he only laughed when he won, and it was definitely his like defined like.
But what's crazy is like, say if I read a Spawn comic, I have that guy's voice in my head, and it's him.
Thing.
There you go.
You know,
That's my guy right there.
And of course, the comic is still doing okay. I think it's okay. I mean, depends on the artists, depend on who's writing it.
well, I mean, you have the whole universe. He has his own. Todd has his own like Spider Verse in a sense.
Exactly.
Well,
You got
I'll
your
tell you what,
gunslinger.
'cause-
I mean, we'll talk about him.
yeah, because
Yeah.
segment 2 was about non-comic media, but 3 kind of will put us there.
Yeah.
Segment 3 is
Hold on.
whatever.
I still haven't answered segment 2.
Sorry.
I didn't move on. Brother. I didn't move on. I didn't move on.
It's out for a reason.
I'll stay here, bro. I'll stay here.
So what do you think?
Okay, so my 3 notes, it kind of tackles what we talked about. So not only do we need a movie, I don't know if King Spawn's the right way to go, but we'll see how they write it. McFarlane's gonna be a little more controlling because that is his baby, but we need one not with more or less CGI, but with just simply better CGI.
Sure.
Having the big cape around him, being in the night sky, big ass moon. Like you need to have those shots in it, and you're gonna need CGI for it.
Yep.
So again, we're 30 years away from past the last movie. It's the time to
been a
try
while.
it. We've seen fan films made of Spawn with little clips, and the CGI looks amazing there.
Oh, that
Yes,
kid got hired too. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I did not.
Yeah.
For the movie?
Yeah, there was a kid who fully. I don't know if he was a kid. I shouldn't say that. There's a fan film out there about Spawn. I think it's called what, The Awakening or The Summoning or something like that.
Something of that nature.
Yeah,
It
it's
looked pretty
about
Look pretty good.
oh, it was
God,
great. It's about Spawn resummoning Angela, I think, or one of the angels to help him fight.
Joe.
And it's completely fan made. The kid did hired all the actors, did all the CGI, had the location on site, and I guess last I had heard he was hired to do this alleged movie, but I don't know if that's still the case.
Wow.
That's a nice
That's a
payday.
good story.
That's a nice payday right there.
Yeah.
So
unless-
my other notes on.
By the way,
outside-
I will link the fan film in the description. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch it yourself. Just go down to the description.
Go to YouTube.
outside of comic media, I still think like X-Men 97 esque TV shows would be great. Even if you don't want to do the continuation, you could go down the route of just kind of making a new one. Spider-Man gets a new animated show every like 5 years. Get Spawn one, just kind of do whatever. And then my last one is not just getting Spawn a new game, but let him keep cameoing in bigger name games, like the one that we all forgot about. Call of Duty was a huge crossover with them. They had
That's
they had
right.
toy line specific to Call of Duty, just like that toy line specific to Mortal Kombat 11.
I keep seeing them at Walmart. It's
Yeah.
Call of Duty Spawn. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, and they came into the game.
So can I just tell you, Modern Warfare 2, as soon as that pass came out, I bought everything for it. The only thing I'm missing is the golden Spawn skin because I didn't want to pay $50 just for that, but
Oof. Probably dropped by now, no?
it's gone. It's
Oh,
gone.
son of a-
Yeah. No, MW2 and MW3, if you had already unlocked Spawn in MW2, they moved him over to 3. And that was the only skin I used. I was on the enemy team and I wasn't playing Spawn. I was like, this is bullshit.
Flag in the hand.
And that's the thing. David is the voice of that Spawn as well. So every I'm out of ammo, reloading. That's all him.
Awesome. Shout out to Keith David.
I'm gonna go re-download Modern
So-
Warfare 2.
My last thought for the video game world is, as of right now, Marvel and DC have never had a greater alliance, at least in my days of living. And right now they both have lines through McFarlane through their toy line.
Mm.
It's the time to make a jump. It's time to make Spawn in either toy lines with Marvel and DC characters,
Slab.
or put them in their games. Injustice 3 is the big rumor right now. Marvel has the hottest free-to-play game at the moment, Marvel Rivals,
Oh,
with a Spawn
man.
character in it with Angela.
That's right.
This is the
that's right.
time to pull the trigger. Todd, let Marvel trust Marvel for about 10 seconds. Let them build Spawn as a big ass tank. Make him be scary. This is your way of printing money with Spawn skins,
Hell yeah.
put him in this free to play game, and money will come eventually. I
Be
got you.
dope. I could get like a medieval spawn,
Yeah.
like again. That'd be
That
dope.
would be really cool.
Gunslinger.
Yeah,
Mandarin
dude,
Spawn, Ninja
Gunslinger.
Spawn.
Holy cow!
Todd, I hope you're listening.
Norse
It's an
Spawn.
idea, another golden idea. Just saying.
Now I'm ready for segment 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Totally my bad.
Let's not forget about yeah. Yeah, what about 3?
It's my damn episode.
That's right.
Yeah, Anthony is the biggest Spawn fan ever. Who would you like to see work on Spawn? Give me 3 artists, 3 writers. So I say we do this, just name them out, and then we can talk about them after.
Okay. All right, go first. All right, here we go. From 3 to 1. Ready? Saladin Ahmed, Benjamin Percy, Howard Mackey.
Those are your 3
Oh,
writers.
Great names.
Mhm.
Artists. I'm gonna blow it out of the park here.
Oh, here
Number
we go.
3, Adam Kubert.
Mm.
2,
Nice.
Mark Texiera.
Ah, you son of a
Number
bitch.
1,
That's mine.
David Finch.
Nice.
So
Mic drop.
I will say David Finch has done Spawn work.
Yeah, I seen some covers that.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
It's more recent. It's not like he's not a classic one. He's
Mhm.
more of the newer guys.
Oh, okay.
He did do an alternate cover for, I want to say it was King Spawn, and that's beautiful. And I believe Cooper was on. He's done at least one alternate cover, I believe.
But the alternate covers.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
No interior work.
Then the only thing, then I will drop this out since maybe 2 of them or 3 of them did do it. Then I'll throw this one. Joe Quesada.
Ooh,
Yeah, that'd be good.
Another
yeah.
mic drop.
Oh yeah.
How's that? No?
That'd be dope.
Okay.
All right. Mine's, I'll just say the names and we'll go back and touch. I got Nick Dragotta from the Batman Absolute series.
Oh,
I've got Mark Silvestri. Love his art and his style. It's gritty. And of course, Mark Texera. I drew Ghost Rider, man. Why not draw some freaking
Nah.
Spawn? Then I got my writers. I got Kirkman, Snyder, and Frank Miller.
Yeah,
Robert
that's
Kirkman, Scott Snyder, and who's the other one?
Miller.
Frank Miller. Huh?
Well, he
He's-
did.
He,
Batman.
he
Spawn.
wrote,
Yeah,
but
but,
he
I
hasn't
mean,
done any art for him.
Yeah, like
Oh, art wise. Oh,
Hey,
that's
that was
not-
actually writer.
He wrote, yeah, he
Oh, writer.
only wrote for Spawn.
Yeah.
He did. So
Spawn
You got a
versus
backup?
Batman.
just in case.
No, it's fine. That's
Oh, he
fine.
did
Spawn
Spawn
writer?
straight up.
Just those 3.
No, he,
Those three, man.
he's wrote for Spawn. He hasn't done anything
Yeah.
interior.
Mhm.
Already covers anything.
All right, we'll get back to you
All
on
right,
that one.
my writers. I always mess up his name. Guy from Hellboy, Mike Mangona,
Oh,
Mignola.
Mignola, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mignola
that's
would
a
be
good
cool.
choice.
He's
J-
dark.
Jason Aaron.
Oh,
writer?
nice.
Mm.
He's both. Wait,
yeah.
back up a second. Mike Mignola's a writer or artist?
I want him to. Well, I'd like him to do both, but I want him to write for
Okay,
Spawn
and
first.
then Jason
foremost.
Aaron
It's a good writer, too.
Jason Aaron,
and
Garth Ennis.
Yeah, Garth Ennis.
Nice choice.
I agree.
I'll swing back to my ideas later.
Mm.
Artists: Carrie Andrews, Arthur Soydom, John Romita Jr.
Oh, JR.
Yeah, that's our good choices.
All right,
can
let's
see that.
tackle their 3 first.
I really like, well, on touching
gonna
what you
think of-
said,
yeah.
I would love to see John Romita Jr. because I remember the Batman and Punisher crossover, how dark it was, and with the rain, and then you had the Joker, and oh man, I would love to see that.
So,
Oh, can I just add?
Mhm.
Because most of you guys have said all the writers and artists I want to see work on Spawn.
Mhm.
But if I were to add 2, I want to. I know Alex Ross doesn't really do interiors, but I would like to see Alex Ross draw Spawn at least.
He makes a cover.
Like a
At
trade,
least a cover.
like
He
a
did-
one shot maybe.
I would be so cool with that.
He looks-
Oh, he did
did,
Spawn
301,
Oh, he did do it.
and he did 100.
cover wise.
Cover-wise,
All right,
yeah.
can he?
Oh,
Do,
God, God,
if he
God.
did internals, then
Yeah,
interiors, I would like to see that.
You know
I
what?
also
For
want to
the-
see.
for the YouTube episode, if you could pop it up. So
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
I wanna
I got
see
it.
it.
I will show it.
Tell me.
I will. I will do it. You don't have to say anything.
He says, "No, it's wrong."
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Sit down.
I never seen it. That's why I would.
I promise you. You should know me by now. I will show it on screen.
know you.
know you. Love you though. I'd also like to see. I know her artwork is not always the best taste to everybody, but I want to see Peach Mocha do a Spawn cover or a Spawn interior, at least one,
I think-
even if it's Ninja or
It's
Mandarin
did
Spawn.
something, I think.
Did she?
Maybe.
She might have. I can't think of anything immediate, which tells me maybe not. But
Spawn cover.
Or at least Mandarin Spawn,
and she,
like a one shot of one of the
I
Asian
think I
spawns would be
did.
cool.
I think I saw one. I'm gonna fact check
she
while you
could-
guys.
she would kill a She Spawn series. I'd love to.
Oh, she
That
would
is
kill
true.
it.
The
Jessica
new
Free?
Spawn series is
Yeah.
coming
Oh,
out. so
she's
she might
nice,
be able
bro.
to do it.
She's the
She is nice.
She Spawn is the best.
We're gonna
not
talk about her.
normal Spawn. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm gonna tackle mine super fast. So,
Alright.
start with the artist. Carrie Andrews is the modern day Todd McFarlane. That's him literally taking McFarlane's art and just making it a little more cartoonish. He could do the early Spawn work amazing. Arthur Soydum, think Marvel Zombies. We've seen like Jason Shawn Alexander, this same style, just make it even grittier, even a little scarier. And JRJR, the legend, he's doing everything in the rain now. I don't know if you've seen any of his alternate covers. Everything's raining.
Really?
You could make some badass Spawn covers.
The quick follow up on your list, your artist list, real quick. Harry Andrews did Spider Man Rain, and the way it's so dark in that futuristic Spider Man world, I could see him doing a Spawn series.
He also did the
I-
Spider-Man
it would
and
be
Wolverine
cool.
crossover.
It would be
Yes.
cool to
Yeah.
see that.
He's like
Um,
happy with Todd, man. He'd kill it.
He's
he would
he's
kill it.
yeah, he's Todd with even more cartoonist.
Exactly. And then what was this? Arthur Soydum, the way he draws like the zombies and Marvel Zombies. I could see him do at least cover of Spawn, like with his mask all ripped up. You see like what's
Yeah,
underneath
that'd
it.
be awesome.
Interior, I mean, it'd probably be a lot of work for him, but I think he could pull it off. And then John Romita Jr., big time Spider Man.
He's a legend.
If he could do Spider Man, he could probably do Spawn, and I would love to see him do Spawn.
I agree.
too.
Or his version of Spawn.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. And the way he does the cape, I think would be pretty cool.
Has Mark Bagley ever worked on Spawn?
So technically no, but he's been homaged plenty of times.
I kind of would want to see him do Spawn.
He was
Interesting
in my
choice,
list,
right?
but I
Or at
took
least
him off.
covers. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Like
At
limited
least,
edition
yeah.
covers,
Oh, I agree.
variants.
I-
variants.
Surprised none of us picked them.
I took
Yeah,
him off.
I'm a
to
little
put-
surprised too.
to put JRJR on. I'm not gonna lie.
JR over
I
Mick
could see
Bagley.
Bagley doing Spawn.
Bagley
Yeah.
would do Spawn.
I can see it too. Like now that we're talking,
like Spider-Man outfit.
No, it's a
Spawn gear.
outfit.
Yeah.
Switch them.
Do some guns, some chains.
Now your writers real quick.
So Jason Aaron, I was specifically thinking about his Wolverine run. I
Mm.
mean, he can make an ultra violent
He's dope.
Spawn story. Garth Ennis was the one I like kind of started this list on. I mean, especially if you go from like the Sam and Twitch POV and you're using Spawn as a tool of like, hey, we gotta find what Spawn's doing, what he's doing to these guys.
Go.
Think Preacher-esque almost.
I was just about to say that.
Or
I was
Or,
thinking that for
mm.
crossover.
who did Southern Bastards?
Jason Aaron.
Jason Aaron.
Oh, that was
Also, you could think of him for Spawn. And then, especially the early Hellboys have such a charm to them where you're dark. Like Hellboy's not overpowered. He just going around wandering and beating ass, which is kind of the early Spawn issues.
His big life
You're
circle.
not wrong.
Yeah.
And he's capable of writing a story,
Yeah.
the religious aspect.
Those
of
movies
Spawn
were
as
pretty
well,
good,
so-
man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the
The Hellboys.
yeah, the movies.
Mm,
Those were
yeah,
pretty good.
that's true. So, and then Jason Aaron and Garth Dennis, self-explanatory. I think those are good choices.
Aaron's
as well.
nice, man.
He would make it pretty. They would both make it pretty dark and readable. So,
I like Garth Ennis.
top of our think about that.
Yeah,
Be
honestly.
yours.
Oh, my list. Like I said, it was
I know you went over. 'em.
artwork was Adam Kubert, and the reason why I said Adam Kubert because the way he draws Wolverine and all that stuff. Like I imagine him doing Spawn. Just like John Romita, similar, but it'd just be cool to watch. Mark Texeira, like you said, Ghost Rider, he could do Spawn.
Oh yeah.
Even the background characters and all the villain, the demons and stuff that attack, I could see him pulling that off.
The way he draws, Mark Texeira, I would just love to see, like, say the costume of Spawn, but just like the greedy face, like the mask off.
Exactly.
And
Oh, yeah.
have
That
him
would
draw
look
it.
cool. And
That would be
painted
so
too.
dope.
Even to team up with Ghost Rider and
It would
him.
be cool to read. And then David Finch, I think his Moon Knight and Batman look
Speak
at
for itself.
Spawn will speak for itself. So shout out to David Finch.
He's gonna be at the con. I can't wait to see him.
No. For the writers, okay, now the first choice I picked was Saladin Ahmed, and everybody's like looking at me like, who?
No. Yeah.
He recently did a Daredevil run
Yeah.
where Daredevil it touched the what happened to him when he came back from hell, and how the deadly sins came after him, and I thought that storyline it would fit so well with a storyline involving Spawn, and that's why I picked him high on the list. I even bumped off Cal Ewing, who would have been another good
Oh.
choice.
Oh yeah.
But I thought he could do it within the Spawn universe. Benjamin Percy, I put him in the same category, Garth Ennis and Jason Aaron. Imagine the street level with the mysticism that goes around him that he has to battle, and I could see him doing a good story.
He's a
on
great
him.
writer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
is
could write.
talented.
I like the Black Panther.
Punisher too.
Yeah, I do like.
Wolverine.
And recently, he just started doing Wade Wilson's Deadpool. So
Yes,
there you go.
This is-
that's-
what
Shout
the
out
hell
to
is
him.
Wolverine?
And then my number one choice, I went a little bit old school, not too old school, but I think he was a perfect fit because he did Ghost Rider, he did Spirits of Vengeance, was Howard Mackey. If he could do it with Ghost Rider, he could do it with Spawn too. So,
Yeah, I agree with that.
shout out to Howard Mackey, good guy.
He did a nice run on Ghost Rider.
So those would have
Oh,
been
yeah.
my choices. And Joe Quesada, I threw him last minute. Just the way his art style, I could see him like you can literally see the background of the Spawn universe and Spawn right in the middle of it and dealing with everything. And I could see him draw like a fantastic Spawn.
Oh, 100% agree.
Mine's was Nick Dragotta. I love his art on Absolute Batman. For
Batman.
some reason, I can see him drawing like a jacked up Spawn, just smoking everybody.
And the way he draws the cape.
Oh man, I'd like to see his version.
I'd
I
love to
can't
see
wait
his
for the
Mount Boja.
chains.
I'd love to see his Malbo.
Oh yeah.
That'd be sick. Or even the playground of all Spawn's characters of Nick Dragotta.
Violator, Cyber,
Draw
Ape.
demons.
Fun fact: Nick
Oh, yeah.
Dragotta is a co-writer and Joe Casey of America Chavez, which appeared in
Oh, that's right.
Cross Multi Universe. But again, the reimagination of Spawn drawn by this guy, amazing. And then Mark Silvestri, self-explanatory. This guy is a freaking legend, and he did his darkness, like to see the gritty dark of like how he did the darkness. I would love to see that implemented in a Spawn
Good
comic.
choice.
Again, Mark Texer. This guy draws a million lines, but I love it.
Self-explanatory.
Love it. Robert Kirkman. I just love his dark styles. You know, he does The Invincible. He does The Walking Dead. You know, it'd be nice to see how he implements what do you call that? Al Simmons with struggling through his life. And then Scott Snyder. His work in Batman, American Vampire, Snyder Stories, Darkness, just great. Then Frank Miller, of course. You know his introduction.
Which he did.
Love his Daredevil run that he did too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Back in the days, which like groundbreaking for Electra. Was it Bullseye? Again, those are mine.
Was Frank Miller the writer that put Batman and Spawn in the dead zone that you were talking about earlier?
No, that's McFarlane who did all that.
Oh, McFarlane did it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
McFarlane gave Batman the edge. Armor.
Maybe it was Frank Miller's fault.
I want to see who else wrote that book. Go on.
I love that the book where they fought, and at the end where they remember what was it? Oh, Spawn. Batman punched him, and he was like, I let you hit me once, but I'm not gonna let you hit me again. And Batman walked away and threw a batarang and caught him right in the head.
Yeah.
And then like
yeah.
the next issue, we had like
It had the little
like that shoelace. Yeah,
that shit was pretty cool.
oh man,
I got to throw the
One more guy in the
yes, no
freaking issue.
question for the table. Real quick.
Jesus.
Yes or no? Would you rather have McFarlane? I'm not talking about his artwork.
Sure.
You know,
This
I
is
can
writing.
understand he probably can't draw now, and it's cool. But as a writer,
That's
would you rather have him come back and continuing the recent Spawn series, or would you rather have any of our choices that we just threw out? Right. Yes or no? Which one?
I don't want.
McFarlane or the other?
You didn't.
Need to.
You didn't ask a yes or no question.
No, it's
I understand what you're saying.
multiple choice.
I don't need to.
So
Well, no,
Todd,
he definitely asked a yes or no question. Is it you want
you-
anyone
would you
from
like-
these group of writers or Todd McFarlane?
Yeah.
what you want?
Either or. It's not yes or no.
But if you had to choose one,
Todd doesn't need to write any more Spawn, but if we are seeing crossovers still, I am 100% on board for him writing.
so you're more in favor
I
of
would-
any of
Or
them.
at least have his input in it.
I'm gonna try to save you. No, I don't want Todd McFarlane to return. So if the alternative is any of these writers now come in,
Yes,
I would say no. I don't want Todd McFarlane to return. In favor
Yeah.
of these guys.
that's a great. I think that's the best answer.
I saved you. I got
These guys,
you.
Thank you.
these guys are writers.
With that
I
being
know.
said, Spawn 400 is probably gonna hit shelves about this time next year, maybe a little later next year. But
Mhm.
so
400 covers.
yeah,
Bro.
get ready for Todd to get his paws back into the. Spawn.
Hey, you know, it'd be
Still
cool. Not for nothing. You know how everybody's blind bag and everything. Why not do Spawn 400 blind bag?
Oh, okay.
Get like an
Yes.
auto. Somebody could pull an auto Todd.
But then they
You
can't
know
see
what
what's set back.
No. Somebody could pull
my
an auto
God.
Todd. Why not?
Dude, if you told me,
You're just doing this shit with the monsters.
but you know how they do alternate covers?
Marvel's doing it-
100%. Hold up, though. 100%.
Go ahead.
We'll polybag all of those, and it will be a random cover, and there's going to be like 60. 60 alternate covers, just 1/400.
I just want a Todd Auto.
But
It's not $10 to get a Todd.
But my problem with
That's
them,
all I want.
but my problem with the blind bags is you could get random covers, right?
And they're
Yeah.
not, you don't
And
know the condition.
If you
either.
gave me, if these were the choices, all these artists that we just picked to do interior, and they said it's just for the cover, that would be worth getting. But if it's not, why
Ultimate
would I want
Ant-Man.
to get? I'd rather look for the ones that just have those one covers. That's all I'm saying.
Ultimate Ant-Man.
Exactly.
I didn't even get a poly bag of that. I didn't see that. Swear, girl.
Say, if you're a fan of certain artists, why go for the blind bag? Because you never know.
Because it would be really funny.
money.
A lot of people were pissed because one of the I forgot which blind bag it was. People were pissed because they were pulling the actual A cover that's on the forgot what fucking was. Says $10 for a regular for a bag.
Was that Batman Hush, the new one?
I want to say that's Battle Beast or some shit
Oh.
from
No, you deserve that.
it's one of those. Should have brought it off the freaking show. The regular, the regular copy for $4.99. I spent $10.
Do you think they don't make as much Spawn comics because there is less cocaine running through the people? Was that
Oh,
Sarge?
they were missing deadlines when Coke was a big an image.
See all the colors. Whoever was colors, he was lit. He was lit.
That's
Hey, maybe no
phenomenal.
cocaine, but I'm sure they were drinking the bottle.
You know, honestly,
Hit deadline.
we could joke about
W.
the 90s and 2000s Coke problem that image had. But with that being said,
I sniffing powder donuts. What the hell's going on here?
from Walking Dead on, they've been just making random ass moves, and they're not necessarily the Coke moves. They're moving. That's,
To be fair, yeah, Image is the definition of don't let them know your next move.
yeah. They're like, all right, like we've done. I don't know. When did Walking Dead come out? Does anyone know?
2001,
Yeah.
2002.
2000?
I'll go with that.
So
I'll look
let's
up.
Maybe
say
99.
from
Maybe 99.
Let's go with that.
mid 2000s, they're like, all right, like we'll wind back. And then they had Invincible. They had the TV show for Walking Dead. Spawn was on low.
2003.
Spawn was on low print.
I remember when
And-
the limited when he was homaging Action Comics,
Yeah.
Savage
Yes.
Dragon, and all,
I see
those are
those
big
now.
bucks,
Those,
man. You find them
like the 270s or 260s maybe.
big bucks.
What happened?
Saber said, fuck deadlines, more Coke, move Spawn creators to Scotland.
No,
That was when the storylines all made sense, too.
that was literally the start of Image. They were all missing deadlines. Like, was like, where is it? Where are all your work? And everyone's like, Rob Liefeld's still trying to draw feet in the cover. More
He's-
couches.
He's all jacked up now. You see Rob now?
Yeah.
He's all jacked up. He does. Yeah, all that shit's catching up to you, brother.
Are we doing after hours for the show?
We why not?
Sure,
Okay.
Why not?
We'll do a quick one. We'll put
Concerning
a pin in that
Image.
one.
We'll do that show.
You want to
I want to jump to segment 4.
Yes.
Segment 4 super fast. It's 2 crossovers, 2 from DC, or 4. So they're 2 from DC, 2 from Marvel. I feel like we're gonna say at least the same one for.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Do we want to? Ready? 1, 2.
Wait,
three.
Marvel or DC?
We all have the same one for exactly one of them.
Maybe not. I went
All right.
next.
Hold up. Just at risk of peaking the mic,
Yeah.
just go. Who are you doing first, DC or Marvel?
I'll do Marvel first.
All
We
right.
all have Ghost Rider.
We all have Ghost
We all
Rider.
have
Ghost Rider.
No.
I don't think so.
All right. I have Ghost Rider and Daredevil.
Daredevil's an interesting
Ghost Rider for obvious reasons. Daredevil, I think they could be good actual talks.
Thought about Ghost Rider, but then I said, you know what? Let me think of somebody else
Oh.
because I knew you guys were gonna say. Okay, you can-
Same thing for me, except I'm like, nah, dude, I want Ghost Rider.
I'm obvious. Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. And
Yeah, that's a
Tom
shocker.
McFarlane drawing him. Oh my god. it'd be-
Yeah, Rainbat had a plus 9. He's saying
Minus 8,000.
If this was a gambling thing, you
Right,
could win
yeah,
some money
minus-
on that one.
for yours.
Here it
Lost
is.
money putting that up.
Mine's I got Doctor Strange for Marvel, and I've got Moon Knight actually,
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
and I want
choices.
Finch to draw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
Got Moon Knight.
Honorable mention is Ghost Rider for Marvel.
Oh, there it is.
Flipped it in.
Yeah.
No, well, Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, actually.
Oh, either Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
Danny
well,
Cat.
they're all from hell.
I also had 3 for this one. I was
Three.
gonna say Ghost Rider and Moon Knight. I also want Spawn to interact with Adam Warlock.
Oh,
I think that would be dope.
Oh, yeah.
that's
yeah.
a twist.
Born again.
That's an interesting
Well,
choice. You
yeah.
might have
Yeah,
won
what
this
was your
one.
DC one?
So DC, I tried to think long and hard and get some big names, but I had to put Lobo.
Oh,
We all have
Lobo and
Lobo.
Spawn?
I do not have
Chains,
Lobo.
baby.
Yeah, that's just
That's
that's
just
just
DC
Chains.
World
Holy
different.
shit. Nigga, that'd be dope.
That'd be a good fight.
straight boot. That's straight.
It wouldn't even be a
Belt.
team up.
Why?
It wouldn't even be a team up. It'd be a
Why you
fight.
gonna make a fight? Why can't they be
Come on,
down?
it's Lobo. He
No,
knows
but
how
why
to
can't
fight.
they be down?
He wouldn't. They
And
would
then
not even like.
Belt
each other.
change the asses.
Straight chain to ass, son.
I would love that.
And then second one, I thought about it and I'm like, oh, and then I thought about more and I'm like, oh, that's actually really good. And then I thought about it, I'm like, no, I can't think of anything better. I want Raven.
Oh,
From
DC?
Titans?
Yeah.
Raven possibly against She Spawn if you want to make it like a
She's
girl
dope.
power thing.
Who the artist would draw that? There'd be a lot of capes to draw.
Hey, we could let Peach Momoka do it. I mean, why not?
Finch.
Interesting
Put
choice.
Finch on
Oh,
there.
Finch.
Yeah,
pretty
obviously. Yeah.
But Finch.
My choices.
Who's
I
your
went
DC?
mystical only because I can't see
Anybody other
like a DC hero fighting on the street like Green Arrow and open.
No, it's
Give him So
You
fight.
want them to fight so damn bad.
crossover.
if it crossovers, the rules is you fight first, then you team up.
I don't think that's the rule.
In all fairness, Batman has 0 powers and beat Spawn's ass 3 distinct times.
Yeah,
That's
Which is
all in the
insane.
dead
that's
zone,
that's
by the
plot
way.
armor, man.
100%.
So I decided to go in the mystical side,
Mhm.
and I wanted to see him team up and fight John Constantine.
Agreed.
Man, that was mine.
Same. I also said John
Spider-Man.
Constantine.
And the other one, only because it'll be cool to
Man.
draw, would be Spawn and
Say-
Doctor Fate.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, you took mine.
Look at the top two. Look, top two.
Top two.
Son of a bitch. You son of a
So
bitch.
they like,
They were also mine.
Son of a bitch.
John
and I would like to see
Constantine.
David Finch
No
draw
one-
Doctor Fate.
Dude, it's the faith with the capes.
Lobo.
Mystical.
No one.
No, you
took
know
mine.
That's an insane.
Dude, it'd be
fight.
dope if they team up or like crossover and like Spawn like gets a motorcycle like all flames and shit. That'd be dope. Almost similar like Ghost Rider. Oh,
Make that
Jack up
into-
Ghost Rider, take his bike. Just fucking him and Lobo go riding.
Lobo be stuck in together.
Just change the ass.
So what was your choices, Pete?
The guy stuck him. Dr.
Which
Fate
one?
and
Son of a bitch.
John Constantine.
Oh, I took it from both of you?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
man, you're the only one.
Dr. Fate.
There you go.
You know what? You know what?
Power.
Just for shits and
Tomorrow.
giggles, I want to see either a conflict or some type of like unleashing of hell with the Enchantress and Spawn. That'd be kind of cool.
That's fun.
Oh, I just want to throw these two out. This one's outside the box, like outside Marvel and DC.
Scarlet
I
Spider.
team up with Spawn. Ready for this? Hellboy.
Spider-Man 209.
Have Mike Mignola draw and write it. And the,
Same thing, Parker.
and the other one is super outside the box. I would love to see it.
Fantastic bag.
Who has a one shot, never to be seen again? Spawn team up with the Archies.
The Archies.
That's funny as hell.
That would be funny as
It's an episode of Riverdale.
and the Archies gang, the creators, will
I-
draw and write.
Spawn's
I-
Spawn Star Trek.
I'm in.
Planet of the Apes. Come on, man.
I think that's Fantastic Four, and you know
Yeah.
that.
So just think outside the box. Just thinking outside the box.
You know, if you're thinking outside the box, it would be like really. Somewhere else.
You want to go to hell?
La 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 la.
Hey, Smurfette, I'm going to talk to you.
Talk to you. Get the shades on.
All right.
Oh my god.
Final segment. Where does Spawn fall in the GOAT category? I'm gonna go last here because I have some big thoughts on this.
Okay.
What are your general
You can
thoughts?
take it first.
Okay.
if you want.
For if he's the case of the GOAT, greatest of all time.
Mm.
In Image Comics alone,
What point does Capes just become a trap? I'm sorry.
what comic? What you got? No, I'm just saying for the
Hilarious.
longest Image series at 300 issues and beyond,
Wow.
and being in the Guinness Book World Record for it,
Mhm.
and being the longest to have, been there with the original creator like Tom McFarlane next
Mhm.
to Eric Larson on Savage Dragon. You still have to put Spawn a little bit above Savage Dragon. Say he is the GOAT of Image Comics.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Now,
He's the face.
as far as Marvel and DC outside, and you're thinking characters like who's the GOAT, I wouldn't put Spawn on number one. Not even, hate to say it, not in the top five. Don't take offense to this. I know I'm waiting for anything to hit me with a chair behind me.
I got him under 100.
I wouldn't even
What are you
put
talking about?
Spawn in the top 10 only because if you look at popularity of both Marvel and DC, the characters people grew up on have long longevity.
Yes.
And
Oh,
something
so he's like the LeBron James of.
possibly. Then you go to the top 15, I would put Spawn somewhere in the top 15, and I'll tell you why. We were talking in the car on the way here about how we would love to see Spawn the children. Like they was a
Spawn X.
There actually is one.
Yeah,
Yep,
there is.
Spawn X. Yep.
Spawn X.
Children's.
And it was supposed to
Children.
introduce Spawn to children as they're growing up and they're reading a book or, understanding, hey, it's pretty
Horrible
relatable.
idea.
And then when you go from Spawn X
Bill,
to the
you Bill.
Spawn series,
Bill.
it's like going from rated G to rated R. You skip the whole PG growing of what made us like Spawn in the beginning.
I
And
have an
Spawn-
answer for you on that.
Oh, here we go. But this is the reason
The
why I
Amazing
put-
Spider-Man, just superior Spider-Man.
Well, exactly. Everybody loves Amazing until they see Superior and they're like, what the hell? So that's the reason why I would put Spawn in the top 15. Not say he's the GOAT of superheroes and characters, but I think in the top 15, Spawn would break in there as the only non-Marvel, non-DC character to be the GOAT on that show. But in Image Comics alone, there's Spawn and there's everybody else.
Gotcha.
He's like the face of
Spawn.
Yeah, he
of
is.
Image.
So,
Here's what I got. Don't take offense. Again, if you love Spawn, you love Spawn. If you don't,
They came out to watch. They know what they were getting into.
why Spawn is the GOAT. Here's the case. Iconic anti-hero. Spawn's blends of darkness, power, and complexity makes him a standout anti-hero. Excuse me. Groundbreaking creation. I can't speak. Tom McFarlane Spawn redefined Image Comics and influenced a comic industry. Like you said, when they all got together with all the heads,
Yep.
Silvestri, Larson, Lee, Rob Liefeld, groundbreaking. To this day, it's still talked about. Complex character. Al Simmons struggles with identity, mortality, and power balance amongst notable comic characters. Now, why he isn't the GOAT is my opinion. A niche appeal. Spawn's popularity, while significant, is more concentrated within an Image Comics fan base. 'Cause, I mean, that's where he lives. That's his playground, is Image. Inconsistent storytelling. Some argue that Spawn's narrative has been inconsistent, convoluted at times. Again, the beginning of Spawn, when he dropped, his power was draining, and I'm like, you just create this dude. How the hell are you going to kill him? And then, that happens with everybody. The remakes, then you go, for example, Spider-Man's, how they do the Ultimate Universes, different realities, et cetera, et cetera. Again, limited mainstream impact. Compared to Marvel's DC Titans like Superman, Batman, and then you're looking at Wolverine, X-Men, stuff like that. Spawn's broader cultural impact is debatable.
The continuity.
yeah.
basically.
Ultimately, Spawn's GOAT status depends on individual perspectives and characters' complexity. I can't even speak.
Complexities.
Yeah. In storytelling. Again, it's a legendary character created by Tom McFarlane, one of the greats, one of the main powerhouses in comics, period.
Yeah.
Again, overpowered storylines, lack of character development, inconsistent storytelling. Me personally, I dig the character. I like him. I actually have some of the books. I just think it's not as iconic. Like, for example, you go to Tokyo, you see a Spider-Man symbol, you know it's Spider-Man. See Batman, you see Spawn. I mean, outside of, I guess, America, I don't know how well he's took it. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair.
And then, that's pretty much it.
So I looked at this as a little bit of a different perspective. I'm gonna make a totally different case. I think there are 3 lights and categories Spawn thrives in to make the argument for the GOAT case, right? I think Spawn is easily within the top 3 of greatest characters of all time, and I'll tell you why. One, culture of comic shock, right? So, yes, this goes back to the creation of Image. Image's whole thing was, hey, if I create a character, if I create the storylines, I want ownership of it. Spawn is the embodiment of that. Spawn is Todd McFarlane's poster child. And it's kind of like comics with no borders, right? Yes, you have characters like Spider-Man, Deadpool, Batman that cross over into every major title under that respective company, and then a couple of the others. Spawn defines that as Spawn has appeared in DC, Spawn has appeared in Marvel, Spawn has appeared in Dark Horse, Spawn has appeared in other comics under Image, and the culture of comic books have forever changed based on that. My second case is Spawn is the greatest bridge from the 80s action movie star to the, I would say, also 80s to 90s horror franchise, right? You get murder, you get mystery, you get gore, you get action, you have guns, right? Everything in one character. And that is a rarity. You know, you can make the argument for Ghost Rider, you can make the argument for characters like, actually, I'll even continue on that. Characters like Lobo, characters like Dr. Fate. But I think Spawn is the biggest bridge to that, right?
Todd pays a lot of homage to like all the greats. Like if
Yeah.
you ever read the original #1 issue,
Yeah.
if you ever read it, he takes from Miller. Like if you ever read the Dark Knight
100%
and you see
does.
like all the characters, the news people, et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera.
Yep.
But I mean, that's off to Todd. I mean, he's still doing what he's doing.
100%.
Again, he doesn't have to draw anything. I suppose I've seen him do a lot of like issue 50 he does, issue
Yep.
100 he does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Anniversaries,
Yeah,
right.
like
I
stuff
agree.
like that. But
Mhm.
the dude, he's a titan. It's $1 billion corporation.
Oh, easily.
And he even at one time was gonna go bankrupt, I remember.
Yes, and the toy business saved him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
We found this.
he's a
guy.
genius.
Yeah.
Again, how he got his toys off the ground. I said it last pod. Todd went to the Major League Baseball and said, "Hey, listen, I want to make toys for you." They're like, "Who are you?" So he freaking brought the Mark McGuire baseball from one of the runs. And they were like, he went to the meeting and he just put the ball in the front of the table and they're like, Todd's like, "Can we talk?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna talk now. Whatever you want to do. Here's all this money we're gonna throw at you. Make all the toys you want." And the guy's the limit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a genius. He's a genius.
He is. He's such a genius. And I think my third case for this too about Spawn, right?
Mhm.
Just to kind of wrap it all up, Spawn's a niche is still under popularity in the sense of you can go read all of Spawn right now,
Mhm.
watch the cartoon, watch the movie, and be able to say, hey, I still can consider myself an original Spawn fan. I got this before it got super, super mainstream, where you can't say that for a lot of Marvel or DC characters nowadays. And Spawn has more of an impact than characters like Hellboy. And Hellboy's been around, I think, longer than
Probably
Spawn.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's underground alternative culture shock from Spawn, the same way Spawn has impact on a culture shock of comics. So that would be my
That
argument.
was actually a good one.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You did that.
I remember when
I had a lot of time to think of that.
some years back, me, Pedro, and a good friend of ours, Lenny, when Spawn first premiered the anime. So of course they're like, "Dude, shut all the lights off." We're sitting there, and
HBO
Todd's
night.
like, "Hi everybody." He's like really young. He's like, "Hi everybody, this is Tom McFarlane. I want to introduce you to this character's name is Spawn, and
Every
enjoy."
episode.
And then the next thing you
Enjoy.
know, and I was like, and we shut the lights off. We were like,
It's like it's a movie.
it was HBO, right?
It was HBO.
I mean, it was
Dude.
that night. They
So-
premiered that night too.
Game Exchange, I think they still sell movies, but when they started to put movies on the shelves, we found the first season of Spawn on DVD. I came home from school one day, we went there, and I'm like, Dad, they have an entire collection of Spawn right here.
That's the
And father looks at me and goes, are you sure you want to see this? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay.
you
know,
young,
after-
He
young.
was young.
Yeah, oh, I was very young. And forget what so I had school the next day. And you said when you get home from school, we'll do your homework, we'll watch it. I think
What
I was
grade was
I
it?
was like in middle school.
What
Yeah.
rating was it?
TVMA.
Yeah.
All the murdering stuff.
Yes.
And I remember
You would get back. It was like rated not. Don't watch this. Rated not you.
Like I'm for him, again.
so
Rated not you.
daylight savings had hit. I get home from school, it's pitch fucking black outside.
Oh,
And we watched it, dude. And and I still like hear
was
the
dope.
old TV, bro. Just
It was dope,
fall
right?
apart. Yeah, dude. It's one of the
It's
best
it's
series
like watching
ever.
in a theater the way it got so dark in the house.
Oh, it was freaky, but it was
That
great.
was dope too, though.
big time, big time.
I mean, for its time, it was great.
They need to bring back that kind of animation. I think. Everything
They
by
paid
hand.
good homage to the art style of Tom McFarlane as well.
And
so.
when the first movie dropped, I was stoked, man.
Oh,
And so was it John Leguizamo?
John
He played the
Leguizamo's
clown.
Mm-hmm.
And was it? What really caught me was the cape, like the how it was like liquid. Yeah, bro. And Michael John White, I think he's a great actor
It was an interesting
for the
choice, man,
time.
at the time.
I mean,
Yeah, he was a rising action star.
it's great. I want to find that director's cut, man.
Yeah, if they ever
It's out
release it,
there.
dude.
But
It
he
was
said,
out.
I'm telling you, he said it's a whole totally different movie, man.
Hmm.
He said, but the director that directed it, he said he was like CGI everything. He's like every episode, let's do every scene, let's do CGI.
You
Guy
could
White's
tell,
like, dude, you're gonna take away from the story, man.
and you could tell as the movie progressed, you could tell it looked like it was running out of money.
Oh, yeah.
Special effects. You could
45
tell.
mil was the
Should have asked for more. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's tough to make a chance on an indie comic book
That is
superhero,
true.
you know?
That's true.
But I still think Spawn stands out as one of the greatest combinations of 80s action star and
great.
horror.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair to
everything
say.
you want as a kid and more.
John Leguizamo. I like this.
So to
Yes,
tie
go
this
for it.
nice little bow,
Yes.
it's one more than just a comic. I think we just kind of laid that all down.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there's times that they ignore the continuity. They have new writers jump in. They kind of do their own thing for a little bit, or they kind of walk back on it. They bring Al Simmons back. They keep doing all this stuff to reset almost. But that being said, there's still great stories in there. They've had some very talented writers,
Mhm.
and David Hines' work on it is amazing. They had miniseries with Jason Sean Alexander. He takes over. He makes the entire Spawn series pop out with just like 10, 15 issues. So the best issues I've ever read, period, in comics. At its
Stuff.
at its best, it's doing what Spider-Man can do, what Superman could do, what all these great characters can do without the big powerhouse.
Sure.
Obviously, Marvel, some of the best issues are in like Secret Wars, big crossovers. And Civil War, big crossover events. Spawn has him. It's him and his villains and a couple other Spawns. Even then, those other Spawns don't necessarily cross over unless it's Scorched, which is their own series. What volume is Spider-Man on? What volume is Batman on?
1,000 something. Oh, volume? I thought you meant issues,
Probably
like legacy
5,
issues.
6.
It's a lot.
There's also
There-
other series.
It's a lot.
There are no volumes with Spawn. We are on one.
That is true.
That
They
is
have
true.
been so committed. Image has been dedicated to the fans in the way the fans have been dedicated to Image, and you're not going to get that with any other franchise.
This is 100% true.
Well, even The Walking Dead has they have the specials now, so they've reset. They went back to one. They're
Breakoffs, yeah.
Well, technically speaking, Walking Dead ended, I think, in 2015, the original series. Or,
Mhm.
you know, of comics, not the TV show.
Through that ending,
Mhm.
totally threw everybody for a loop.
Oh
It
yeah.
was crazy because people were pre-ordering the next books that were coming out, and they actually had covers to them. But Kirkman wanted to end it right
Mm.
then and there. And when it ended, everyone was like, "Dude, what about these other covers?" He was like, "No, I just made those up just to throw everybody off." He just didn't want to do it anymore.
I don't blame
Yeah,
him
no,
though.
no.
I'm not mad at him, dude.
There's a lot going on
Freaking-
behind the scenes.
He's a part owner of freaking Image.
This is true. This is true.
What I do want to touch on is the alternate versions of Spawn. We were talking in the car. You got your medieval Spawn, 16th century England. His name is Sir John of York. Fought during the Civil War in England. Relieved of his duties after killing an archbishop. John was killed in the battlefield in the bishop's bodyguards from the bishop's bodyguards while trying to get to King Henry to apologize for what he did, and he was respawned as a Spawn, like in another.
Yeah.
Then you got Spawn Godslayer from the series, which is the same name, set in a world of fantasy, kind of like Lord of the Rings in a sense. A warrior princess named Baron, injured at sea, and because he didn't die, he made a deal with the devil, and how it happens. Comics are comics. And then you got Spawn X. Tom McFarlane created a kid-friendly version of Spawn in Adventures of Spawn comic, a cartoonish similar to Batman Superman animated series for kids.
Go for kids.
And it had a lot of violence in there too, though. They were like
Yeah.
pushing the freaking limit.
walk line.
Then you got Angel Spawn, whose mother, when mother of the creator Earth, God and Satan to fight, and he reincarnated them as children on Earth. Al Simmons goes to the Garden of Eden and eats the forbidden fruit, which you mentioned earlier. Trying to save humanity in Armageddon Spawn has the potential to rise above God, Satan. Spawn ended up allowing Judas, to stab his mother, then to give him the forbidden fruit to eat, and he died, reincarnated, blah blah blah. Became Spawn, Angel Spawn. Then you got Omega Spawn. I don't know. There was a series that came out. Origin and Image Comics united early. One of the most powerful his name was John Downey, at the Spawn, while Al Simmons became an Omega Spawn, replacing what Combined Hell, whatever. Made it. It didn't make it past issue 3 for some reason. They end up continuing that. But that version, if you see Omega Spawn, sick,
It's dope, yeah.
Wow.
sick. And then you got Jessica Free. She's a she spawn. One of the world's most deadly assassins. She was actually the one where they reconned what's his name? Chapel from killing him. She was the actually one that was sent out to kill Al Simmons. And then one of her friends, I believe,
It's like in the movie. That was kind of familiar.
under the command of Jason Wynn, Jessica became Spawn in issue 300. She found a book and materials and it had a medallion on it. One of her friends got injured, and she tried to put the medallion on her to resurrect her. She did a resurrecting spell, but no, she should end up seeing all the images and everything of Spawn, Al Simmons, and she became the She Spawn. Sick. And then you got Commando Spawn, fully decked out, sniper rifles, machine guns, tons of ammo, grenade, tricked out commando. This dude's got every freaking
Well,
thing.
Commando Spawn is Al Simmons, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then you got Ninja Spawn, issue
Oh,
310, because why the hell not? Then you got Raven Spawn, a death angel who went to Earth to torment Al Simmons, also known as the Grim Reaper Spawn. You got to see the version of this dude. He is, you've seen it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sick, dude. Sick. Almost looks like, yeah.
Was Raven Spawn not a North Spawn?
He was.
Oh, okay.
And then you got Gunslinger Spawn, Jeremy Winston, a family man from the Wild West days. One day he was framed for killing his family. So he was killed from his family by a gunman named blah blah blah. They wanted his land, so they ended up moking him.
Yeah,
So he ended up
we'll
coming
do
back.
we'll have to
Oh,
come back and do an episode of the alternative spawns. But correct me if I'm wrong. Gunslinger is Al Simmons' like ancestor, right?
Ancestor.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
super
He
ancestor.
made a deal with Spawn,
and it feels like a good western. With
Yeah.
all the mysticism.
and he came back to avenge, looking for the people who killed his sister Amy.
Yep.
So I really like all those versions. It's cool
Ah,
because it all falls under like Spider Verse.
I was gonna say they should be like into the Spawnverse.
Yeah.
Another
They,
cartoon movie.
they do. It's called Scorched.
Yes,
The running series, they go and
all
jump
playing
bad
there.
guys.
It's got a lot of She Spawn in it.
Right.
She's dope though.
She's
Oh
dope.
yeah.
She's dope.
All right. Final thoughts. I didn't fucking finish my segment 5 yet. Wrap this up. Last thing, the cultural impact of Spawn. Yeah, toys are getting through every major Marvel, DC, and on. All the toy lines are now through McFarlane. Now they're all through the logo with Spawn. You cannot go to a toy store and see a toy and it's not a Spawn figure or it's not a McFarlane toy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based with Spawn's logo as on every single one.
Correct.
Think like hell, even Marvel Legends was kind of like the inverse of what Spawn was doing. Spawn had all these figures going back to the '90s. Marvel like, hey, let's kind of jump on that. And now look what they are now. Marvel is now partnered with McFarlane to do all this stuff.
You know, it's kind of crazy too. Legends is still going,
Yeah.
but they're doing less and less lines, and I think I know why. I think they're going to eventually revert to McFarlane.
But with my point being is every single box is going to have that Spawn logo on it, no
Oh, yeah.
matter how you cut it. And the last major thing is you cannot tell the history of comics without touching on Spawn.
Mm.
And to be able to do that as an independent issue with like, and we talked about
Image.
but we talked about Savage Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
They're what, like I think it was like they're in the 270s right now.
You're right. behind me.
Spawn has lapped that. They're about to hit 400. The ability to do that while being on the board, the brink of
Bankruptcy.
Mhm.
putting out low print after low print after low print, having all these issues, it takes real skill. And the final thing is grab a comic book from 70s, 80s, even early 90s through Marvel and DC, and then pick up an image book from the 90s, pick up an image book from now. You're going to physically feel different. Spawn is the reason why we moved forward in the 90s for comics. I at some point someone would be like, "Hey, let's use good paper now." But for McFarlane to grab Spawn, put the face and put the company on Spawn's back, so we have to sell this book. We're gonna put all the bells and whistles on it. We're going to shake the boat and to have that go all the way through 2010, 2020s. Spawn 300, which is on the right of this table, your left probably if you're watching. To be able to do that speaks volumes. So he might not be on the Mount Rushmore, but he's top 10 for sure. And I would make a case for him being top 5 simply because he doesn't have the backing that Marvel and DC will have, and he probably will never have that backing.
Yeah, I think that's a fair argument.
That's a fair argument. I give you that. Now, just a side note question for you, because I was just thinking about this. All right, we know the symbol of the spawn,
Let's
the oval shaped
The logo.
Yeah, this is gonna be the last part of the show. 'cause
Real
we're
quick
over.
question, and this is for Anthony. Anthony loves tattoos. He loves getting tattoos. My question is, would you ever consider getting a Spawn insignia tattoo on your body?
I will in my lifetime.
Want to get a matching one?
Exclusive whenever
Yeah.
he does it. Kill the world. Promise.
All right, guys, thank you all for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Comic Combo Express. Follow our live show, twitch.tv/Comic Combo Express. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Get your dub on.